Welcome back to the channel, everybody. There's so much happening with XRP, with Ripple right now. It's been an unbelievable week and a half, all right? And I'm just talking about the partnerships, big announcement after big announcement. It's been insane. I'm not talking about the price action yet. That comes later, all right? But we have this article here today. Once again, if you like this news, please click that little like button. Just takes a second. XRP news today. Will Ripple's APAC expansion offset SEC legal hurdles? Let's find out. APAC expansion. They've been expanding everywhere. It's been insane. It says on Monday, Ripple announced the launch of a new fund to fuel XRPL innovation and adoption in the Asia Pacific region, stating, quote, "We're proud to launch the XRPL Japan and Korea." Stop. Pause for a minute. I told people, I'm trying not to raise my voice up. I got to keep my energy low a little bit right now. But I told people that Japan, look, remember the head of SBI, one of the representatives at the top of SBI, some years ago said that they felt Japan would run on XRP. One. Two, SBI just started some sort of expansion. We reported on that about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. SBI just started some sort of expansion of activities in Japan where they were trying to get their clients, I believe this is how they put it, some sort of yield or something like that off of XRP, or to make it easier to acquire XRP. It was something like that. But the crux of what I'm trying to say is SBI started getting more active in Japan as well in the last 2 months. Then you have Ripple jump in with the tag team. Now they're like, hey, listen, we're going to get active in Japan. They see Japan is for the taking. And from the articles that we read over the years, a lot of higher ups in Japan seem to like the XRPL. This could be huge. And then Korea. Let's not leave Korea out. Now, they said in a lot of articles that XRP, this is what the article writers claim, that XRP is South Korea's favorite cryptocurrency. It's getting hot, folks. It says, so Japan and Korea fund to boost innovation and utility on the XRPL and APAC. According to the official announcement, the fund targets several initiatives to drive innovation on the XRP ledger in Japan and Korea. These include corporate partnerships, developer grants, startup investments, and community growth. They all lead to the same place, more XRP use. That's where it leads to, folks. There's no way around it. If the last 2 weeks haven't been some of the most bullish information that people have heard, I don't know what is. Something's going on. Something's happening. Something big is building. Why all of this activity in the last 2 to 3 months? I mean, there was a time where it just seemed like not much was happening. And now, boom, 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 boom. One thing after another. I just reported on the tokenization of gold thing yesterday. Then today, this. The day before that was something else. I'm not complaining. It has been a good news cycle, that's for sure. So it continues on here. Significantly, the fund forms part of a 1 billion XRP commitment to deliver financial, technical, and business support to developers working on the XRP ledger, which in itself, that's a cycle. They fund them with it. Then they begin using the XRPL. Then it creates pathways for more XRP to be used. That's how it goes. Ripple has a long-standing relationship with Strategic Business Innovator Group, SBI, in Japan. In 2023, SBI announced plans to expand international remittance services using XRP and Ripple products to countries in the Asian region, including Indonesia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. The latest announcements underscore Ripple's position in the global arena as a competitive remittance platform battling against platforms such as Swift. Last week, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse had this to say about Swift and Ripple's products, stating, quote, "Swift has been around for 50 to 60 years, and the frustrating part for all of us as users of Swift is that it really hasn't changed in 50 to 60 years. They're working on it. I don't know if Chainlink is going to be able to help them pull it off, but Chainlink is working hard on it. I'm just going to put that out there. But let's keep it going. The architecture of how it works, I mean, it's slow, it's expensive, and frankly, it's quite error prone. Yeah, that's true. I've read that as well. Some studies have shown that 6% of all attempts to wire a SWIFT transaction end up in errors that bounce back, and then it takes days to get it back. Yeah, they have I will say this. Wow. I'm going to tell you what, Brad Garlinghouse is definitely kicking them while they're on the ground. He 100% is kicking them on the ground. But what he's saying is true. It's true, unfortunately, for Swift. But once again, Chainlink is trying to help them. But also, I'm going to say this. You don't fool me, Ripple. You don't fool me. I believe, it's just my personal belief, there's nothing backing this. I'm going by what I've seen with what Swift has said. With they have other companies they were going to work with, DLT companies. They never said who. At least I haven't seen it. Have you? They only announced Chainlink. They said it was like 4 to 5 other companies they will be willing to work with. I don't put it past you, Ripple, to work with Swift. I don't. Let's keep going. I'm just putting it out there. It says he has another quote, an XRP transaction. See, he's pumping XRP again, not pumping it like price. He's pushing XRP use again, saying it's the best again. It says an XRP transaction and the payment flow for us is really real time. And I say that because, once again, so many people like to say that Ripple could abandon XRP or doesn't care about XRP anymore. So this shows, and other things they've done, like the advertisement that they did pushing XRP use, shows that they do care about XRP, that they're not abandoning XRP. So that's why I say these things. It says XRP, it's instant, it's cross-border. And the really powerful thing for a lot of our customers is that they don't have to pre-fund accounts. That's another problem here. And I'll say this. Fed now showed that these legacy system entities, even when they update systems, they don't want to stop the pre-funding. They don't want to stop all these extra fees. Go check out, even though Fed now is a failure, but still it sets a good example of how they think. They're going to take something new and layer a bunch of old problems on top of it. They don't want to let it go. The money is too good for them. That's how they feel. But we'll see if Swift can change that. I don't know if they will. I doubt it. But with Fed now, there's so many other fees. Just go check that out. You'll see. We showed it on the channel. I had screenshots from FedNow's website and everything. Video is still up for those of you who can find it and watch it. You want to watch it. It says here, our customers are financial institutions. The way Swift works, you're pre-funding. You have dormant capitals sitting in your other banks around the world using XRP. Oh man, talk that XRP to me, Garlinghouse. Push that XRP to the moon, to your clients, because I want those trillions to flow. I don't know about everybody else. I'm here for that money. Using XRP, using RippleNet, our payments network, you don't have to pre-fund. As Ripple continues to expand internationally, the SEC, okay, and then they go into little SEC news and stuff like that. We're going to skip that. We don't need that right now. So, there's more Ripple news. What is going on lately? Once again, if you enjoy this news, like I'm bringing you the best news I can. Come rain, sleet, or snow, for lack of a better word. All right. Smash that like button, click that like button, tap that like button, whichever phrase you want to insert there. All right. Oh, man. This article is titled Ripple Labs Closes Standard Custody Acquisition Deal. They're doing a lot right now. A lot. Jack McDonald will remain CEO of Standard Custody, while also serving in his new role as Senior Vice President of Stablecoins at Ripple. Stablecoins, aka gateway to XRP. Let's just keep it real. You heard what Garlinghouse just said. Stablecoin for what? To get more the gateway to XRP, I'm telling you. Ripple Labs closed its acquisition of Standard Custody, a digital asset custodian, on June the 11th. The deal, first announced earlier this year, is central to Ripple's planned rollout of a United States dollar stablecoin and broader goals of real-world asset tokenization. You got to understand how things work. A lot of companies and a lot of people use things as a lure. They lure you in. Then once you get comfortable with them, they say, this is the other stuff that I have. Right? That's how they do it. You know, I remember I went to this one project, right? So I went to this one project. This was when I was much younger. I went to this one project and I'm looking at, I'm trying to say this in an obtuse way. No, I'm just going to say I'm looking at a script and we're working on this thing here. It goes very successfully. Then the director comes to me and says, I got these other projects. You see that, like I didn't say I was going to work or wanted to work on any other projects. I don't. I just want to do this one and I'm out of here. I got other stuff I want to do. No disrespect. No disrespect. That's how I felt. But it was like a lure. It's like, OK, I got in there. I got to see how everything went smoothly. I got to witness this person at work. Everything went great. And then it's like, here. Now look at these here. We have these here. You want to, like, I'm not officially a part of that team, like, but it's a lure. That's what I'm trying to show you. Like a lot of people use lures to get you in the door, and then they'll show you everything else they have, the real stuff, the real potent stuff. So I feel like that's what the stablecoin is. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just speaking from my experience. Maybe your experience is different. So this it continues on here. As part of the deal, Standard Custody CEO Jack McDonald will be appointed as Ripple's senior vice president of stablecoins while remaining as the CEO of Standard Custody. They reiterated once again what was at the top. Why do they do that in these articles? Ripple highlighted. Yeah, I'm always going to complain about that. I just don't understand it. Why say something 2-3 times? Ripple highlighted Standard Custody's licensing as a core feature of the digital asset custodian, pointing to Standard Custody's regulatory approval from the New York Department of Financial Services, one of the strictest financial regulators when it comes to digital assets. The acquisition of Standard Custody follows Ripple's 2023 acquisition of Metaco, another digital asset custody firm, for $250 million. Sorry, I'm laughing. I was just having a thought like, man, look, New York is crazy. New York is crazy. They will be like, they will have this air about them of we're the most strict financial regulator. And then you go to New York, it's like in the streets, it's like Mad Max and Thunderdome. I'm like, what? I mean, you have both extremes. You have one part of it trying to be the so-called best, and then you have one part of it, like I said, it's like Mad Max and Thunderdome. New York is an interesting place. The acquisition of Standard Custody follows Ripple's 2023 acquisition of Metaco, another digital asset custody firm, for $250 million. Ripple's purchase of Metaco was underscored by the belief that the institutional crypto custody industry will reach $10 trillion by 2030 as banks increasingly seek to provide digital asset custodial services to their customers. Yes, yeah. I mean, it's going to increase. I don't know how high, but it definitely is. Listen, right now, the institutions are taking over crypto. That's a fact. They want people out. That's a fact. And I'm going to tell you something that's not a fact, but I believe it's something that is real. I think there's a lot of money going behind the scenes to redirect people's attention from utility coins and real projects onto other things that are nonsense, so that the institutions can take over and they can take their time. If I tell you, hey, the store over there is having a sale. Hey, the store over there has some stuff or whatever. And everybody goes running over to that store, right? Well, the store that we're in right now, I can just walk through, peruse, take my time, pick and choose what I want. I don't have to battle with a bunch of people and do whatever I please. So I think there's a lot of redirection and misdirection going on. Yes, to take over legit crypto. Then later, when the regular people come back to the regular projects, the institutions already will have taken them over. And they'll have to buy at a higher price. Simple as that. The legit projects are where the future lies. That's how I feel about it. You don't have to agree with it. All right, so now let's move on from here. Let's see what else we have. We have an altcoin season article. This may be a different style of video as far as the chapters. Not sure how much I can get through. today. Don't worry, I'll be back at full I don't even know how to say that. I'll be back at full capacity and full energy, hopefully soon enough. But this article is titled, Economist Predicts Major Altcoin Surge Before Recession. Alt Season Will Send Altcoins Flying. So this is coming from an economist. Let's scroll down here, find out what this individual has to say. Let me pause this. It's like a video ad. What in the world? It moved positions. I don't like when that happens. It went from this side of the screen to this side of the screen, but because it's running, it's slowing down my ability to scroll. So here it is. It says ahead of a potential recession, economist Henrik Zeberg has forecasted a significant rise in the altcoin market, suggesting a euphoric bull run is imminent. It says, what happened? Zeberg has forecasted a significant rise in the altcoin market, Daily Hodl reported on Monday. Zeberg is analyzing the total ETH BTC chart, which tracks the market cap of all crypto assets, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. He believes this chart indicates an upcoming parabolic run for altcoins. Quote, U.S. equities and crypto will soar into the final and most speculative phase of this business cycle. Alt season will send alts flying, unquote, Zeberg said. Well, I'm ready for it, Mr. Zeberg. I'm ready for it. Let's get it going. Additionally, Zeberg presented a chart showing that central banks, such as the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank, typically reduce rates just before a recession. He pointed out that the ECB recently cut its fund rates on Thursday. Zeberg emphasized that central banks often cut rates late in the economic cycle to prevent a recession. He posed the question of whether we are in a, quote, late cycle, unquote, or on the brink of a, quote, new economic expansion, unquote. No, it's funny. I'm sorry. I have a lot of funny thoughts. There was someone, I can't remember the article I read or where I read it or what video I read it in. I don't even remember. But someone was saying that one of the solutions will be to just continuously print money. I mean, like, what? That could be, that's a solution for sure. Just continuously print money, but it causes a bigger problem. Well, I mean, that just made me laugh. It causes a massive problem. It's a temporary solution to something that needs a permanent fix. But anyway, this prediction comes at a time when the cryptocurrency market is experiencing significant fluctuations. On June the 6th, leading cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum saw a pullback, that we know. All right. Is that it for what the economist said? Okay, well, I guess that's potent enough. He said that that they're going to fly. We shall see. We shall see. But I would love for that to happen for sure. Okay, and then we have a little bit of Bitcoin news. Just a little bit here. So this article is titled, World's Largest Bank, ICBC, praises the evolution of Bitcoin, Ethereum as innovative financial assets. If that doesn't tell you what time we're in right now, I don't know what would. It shows that they're starting to pull the handcuffs off of crypto, and they're getting very close to telling the people on mainstream media, crypto is okay. Go get it. Unleash. So it says here, ICBC compared Bitcoin to gold. I don't agree with that. Solid brick of gold I'll take any day over Bitcoin. My apologies. And I have Bitcoin and I have gold. Let me tell you something. I'll take a brick of gold in my hand, silver in my hand, a nice brick of silver any day. So now it says, and said Ethereum has established itself as digital oil, quote unquote, capable of powering myriad applications across the Web3 ecosystem. So they're bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum, the world's largest lender, industrial and commercial bank of China. That's huge for them to say that. Recently published an in-depth analysis highlighting the rapid evolution and growing diversity in digital currencies, where it compared Bitcoin to gold and deemed Ethereum, quote, digital oil, unquote. The report emphasizes the human capacity for imaginative belief, as noted by historian Yuval Noah Harari, as a driving force behind the exponential growth in digital currency types and applications. Why did they reference someone else here? So, report emphasizes human capacity. I don't understand what that has to do with what the Commercial Bank of China is saying. Listen, I read a lot of different stuff. I study a lot of historical texts. I've never heard of this person before. Anyway, it says Van Eck, head of digital assets research, Matthew Sigel, noted, quote, Chinese SOE banks keep writing love letters to Bitcoin and Ethereum, unquote. The ICBC report outlines the divergent development paths of various digital currencies, each addressing unique needs within the financial ecosystem. According to ICBC's report, market demand has fueled innovation in the digital currency sector, from the birth of Bitcoin to advancements in Ethereum, and the exploration of central bank digital currencies. ICBC said that Bitcoin has managed to retain a scarcity similar to gold through its mathematical consensus mechanism. The flagship crypto has resolved issues related to divisibility, authenticity verification, and portability. The report added that despite Bitcoin's waning monetary attributes, its status as an asset is solidifying. Meanwhile, Ethereum provides, quote, technical power for the digital future, unquote, and is establishing itself as, quote, digital oil, unquote, capable of powering myriad applications across the Web3 ecosystem. Ethereum, distinct from Bitcoin, incorporates Turing. Okay, that stuff we know. And I'll say this, all due respect to Ethereum, all due respect. And I hope people make money with Ethereum far into the future. I think Solana is that one for scalability. And I really do. I think it's going to be Solana in the future. And they're repairing everything that could have been weak about themselves now before crypto fully goes mainstream, which has not happened yet, but will be happening soon enough. And I think Solana has a good place in the world for that. I really do. So now let's move on here. Let's see what else we have. I have a lot of articles here, but we're not going to get through all of them. I just don't have the energy for it right now. This is a XRP article. I usually put those at the beginning of the video. Okay, here we go. I must have forgot this one. This article is titled, and we'll close out with this one. This article is titled, ChatGPT predicts 85% chance central banks will adopt XRP to rescue global financial system. That's interesting. It says ChatGPT reportedly gave an 85% likelihood that central banks would adopt the digital asset in a scenario where it could save the financial system from collapsing. Early today, Vandel Eljara, co-founder of Black Swan Capital, has called attention to this development in a post on X. The industry pundit posted a screenshot of his exchange with OpenAI's ChatGPT, in which he inquired about the likelihood of central banks utilizing XRP to prevent a financial system collapse by offering instant global liquidity. Remember, like maybe a year or two ago, I was talking about how XRP and all of these different liquidity tokens can create the biggest liquidity cushion of all time. 1, 2, if you remember back then, we also talked about the lack of liquidity across the board and a liquidity crisis that has been growing and growing and growing up until this year. I mean, even currently, we read an article about 3 weeks ago about liquidity crisis. So there's that. I think that falls in line with what these individuals here are trying to say. Banks could use XRP for. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not trying to tell you to agree with it. I'm just saying I think that plays a part here, that liquidity cushion aspect that we were talking about. The industry pundit, then he posted a screenshot. He specifically requested the AI to respond with a precise percentage. In response, ChatGPT proposed an 85% chance, suggesting central banks could indeed implement the use of digital assets if such a measure could prevent the monetary system from falling. I mean, then you would be able to extract the value from anything that you want, really, and just give people incentives to provide liquidity if it came to that, right? So people could tokenize anything and place that value or move that value into something. Let's say it's XRP. Let's play that game. They could move that value into XRP to add to the liquidity cushion. And then the governments or the banks or whatever, which really are one and the same. Let's be real. They can say, here's this incentive. You'll get this if you provide such. So sure, but there's a flip side to that. There's a flip side to that as well, where now that you're exchanging and interfacing with their systems and your value is involved in their systems, they could watch you a wee bit. I don't know. But yes, I think that's possible. But I don't know if it's likely. It says the disclosure. You understand what I'm saying with that? Like, if that scenario occurred, it's possible. But that scenario occurring, I don't know. The disclosure has generated attention, members of the XRP community. And I say that because of this. Yes, I believe hundreds of banks have the possibility of going down. The experts have said the same. But I think that before it gets into a full-on crisis mode where everything would collapse, I think that they would implement the new financial system to save themselves. I think that's exactly what they're doing. But I could be wrong. The disclosure has generated attention. Members of the XRP community responded, suggesting a strong chance of XRP being a, quote, savior, unquote, to the global ailing financial systems characterized by hyperinflation, stagflation, and recession. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.